Today we're talking about the biggest Dynasty myths in CFB 26 that are hurting your program. There's a lot of information out there and it could be costing you recruits, wasting your time, and preventing championship runs. I've spent weeks testing these common beliefs, and what I discovered will completely change how you approach Dynasty mode. In this video, I'll break down the top 5 myths and show you what actually works. So if you're trying to dominate Dynasty mode in College Football 26, you need to know which strategies actually work and which ones are just wasting your time. I keep seeing the same myths repeated over and over in forums and in comment sections, so today I'm setting the record straight with real testing and data. Let's jump right into it. Myth 1, 40 hours is better than sending the house. This one keeps coming up in recruiting discussions. Some people think using the 40 hours across multiple actions, search social media, DM the player, and contact family and friends is better than send the house because you see more green arrows and technically save 10 hours per recruit. But here's what my testing showed. Send the house produces significantly more recruiting influence than the 40 hours. Yeah, sure, you'll see more green arrows with the 40 hours approach, but those arrows don't translate to better results. The concentrated impact of send the house moves that influence bar much more effectively. I tested this head-to-head multiple times and send the house won every single comparison. Those extra green arrows are just visual feedback. What actually matters is influence bar movement, and send the house delivers. Myth number 2, my players can't progress during the season. A lot of people think their players can't get better during the season. They see their players stuck at 0 XP points all season long, even when they're having great seasons. In some cases, a quarterback might pick up a few points, but other than that, it's stuck at 0 or sometimes 1. But here's what's really going on. If you use manual progression, there's a penalty setting that controls how many points players get. Most leagues use the default 25% penalty, which barely gives you any points during the season. I went ahead and tested different penalty settings and then simulated to week 10. With a 1% penalty, players got pretty good points. With a 5% penalty, they got very few points. With a 10% penalty, only my quarterback and running back got points, and it wasn't a lot. 25% penalty, only my quarterback got a few points. But then when I switched to auto progression, players got points, and some, like my quarterback here, even went up in overall because I'm assuming the quarterback spent his points. The problem is simple, higher penalties mean fewer points in season. The 25% default makes it look like nothing happens. I'm not really sure what's going on under the hood with this 25% XP penalty, but it seems to have a much bigger impact than intended. However, here are 2 easy fixes. Option 1, change your penalty setting to 0 or 1%. Your players will get more points during the games, and then you'll be able to spend those in season. Option number 2, use auto progression during the season. The computer will upgrade your players for you, and then you can switch back to manual for the off season when you want control. Now I know this isn't ideal because the computer is still spending your points, but it's better than getting no progression throughout the regular season. Don't let the penalty setting trick you. Players can definitely get better during the season, you just need the right settings. Myth number 3, transfer portal visits make a difference. Now this is an interesting one. Did you know that transfer portal visits do absolutely nothing for recruiting influence? I tested this several different ways and the results were identical each time. I'm not sure if this was intentional or it's a bug, but you can schedule an A+ deal breaker visit, spend those visit hours, even schedule complimentary visits, and you'll still see 0 impact on the influence bar. This means don't waste your time on transfer portal visits. Focus entirely on send the house and then getting to that hard sell as soon as possible. I know you'll likely have leftover recruiting hours in the portal every single week, but you can save yourself the time and not worry about the visits unless EA goes in and fixes this later. Alright, myth number 4, all position changes are broken. I know a lot of people have been scared to do position changes in this year's game because when you do a position change, sometimes it gives the player insane skill caps. But what a lot of people don't know is that EA patched this for certain position groups. Here are the position changes you can make without penalty. Running backs and fullbacks, any offensive line position to another, defensive line positions among each other, linebackers between Sam, Mike, and Will, defensive backs between corner and safety, and athletes can set their initial position without penalty. This means that if you move like a left tackle to a right tackle, for example, you won't get that skill cap penalty. But if you try to move a running back to a wide receiver or a wide receiver to a tight end, you'll get hit with some skill caps. So make sure if you're doing position changes to work within these positional groups. Myth number 5, adaptive AI changes how the computer plays against me. This has been a popular one recently. Some people think that by choosing different adaptive AI options in the Create a Coach menu will make the computer opponent adapt differently when playing against them. Recently though, EA made a post saying this wasn't true. They say the adaptive AI option only affects behavior when you are simulating games. They say in Dynasty mode simulations, your play calling adapts based on the AI profile you choose. They go on to explain how each adaptive AI setting approaches each game. So it has zero impact on opponent AI when you're actually playing the game. If you think the computer plays differently based on your adaptive AI choice, you're likely just experiencing a placebo effect or some sort of confirmation bias. So there you have it, the 5 myths that are hurting your Dynasty gameplay. You can get an edge in your Dynasty mode by knowing the truth about these systems and their workarounds. Don't let these myths stop you from winning titles. If this video helped clear up those misconceptions, hit that like button and subscribe for more CFB 26 Dynasty content. And let me know in the comments, are there any other potential myths that you want me to test out? Comment and let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.